Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to our podcast, Delusionally Audacious. Today we are recording episode 3. Wild. Can't believe we're already 3 episodes in.
Crazy, honestly.
What a hay fever, a hay dream,
Hay fever.
Nope. What am I looking for?
Yeah, fever dream.
Fever dream.
Yes, a hay dream.
Why do it's literally been like weeks of me wanting to call it a hay fever, which is not the same thing as a fever dream.
No, it's very different.
Very, same, but different.
Yes, same, but different.
Okay, well, my name is Havala, and this is
Katie,
also known as Rush.
also known as Rush.
We are the co-hosts today and every day.
Always and forever.
Always and forever. We just want to say always. It's like a High School Musical song. Always and forever.
No, I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
Do you hate me?
No, I love you.
Okay,
and
thank you.
Can we talk about maybe why are we in 2 different spaces? Because I'm still in Kansas City, but where are you?
Okay, stay on the tip of your toes because I'll answer that in a second. But first, I actually wanted to say a shout out to all of our listeners because we had a crazy outcome to our first episode. Literally so many cheerleaders. I feel like both Katie and I, or I'll speak for myself, I wanted to just like cry every day for like a week because everyone was so sweet in their encouragement to us launching this podcast. And apparently people actually thought we were funny, which was like kind of a dream come true.
That was, my gosh, everything I've ever wanted.
Like I literally pooped my pants every day for a week just hearing everyone's responses.
It took me probably a week to process everything just because I'm not good at processing emotions in the moment. So many people ask me, they're like, so how's it going? I'm like, great.
I don't know.
Good. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm just like, oh, no. Like, it's going great. We're having an awesome response. I am just shocked.
You're just like freeze in the... Well, I expected like 10 listeners, just like close friends.
Yeah.
Would be like, good job. And I'd be like, thanks. But
I expected my mom. I know. I expected my mom and 5 friends. Maybe. That's who I expected to listen, and I'm so grateful. Thank you to all of you who tuned in, who listened to us. Thank you.
I think one of my favorite compliments, shout out to my theater friend, she texted me and she was like, I've literally been giggling and kicking my feet for an hour. And I was like, that is the highest compliment someone could have given me.
That's amazing. I had so many compliments like that too, where they were texting me and they were like, oh my gosh, I laughed the whole time. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I love that. There was one compliment where they were like, it felt like I was with you guys in the midst of a conversation and I was angry that I couldn't enter into the banter.
I feel that grief. First of all, you're welcome to banter anytime.
Anytime.
And so sorry you couldn't join us. Maybe we'll have you on as a guest.
I think we will.
We have like a list of people who are just lining up to be a guest on the pod.
For real, the requests have come in.
Are we famous now?
No.
Darn.
No.
Okay.
I mean, no, not at all.
We're like, are we local Kansas City fame?
Are we famous? Am I a big deal now?
Are people obsessed with us? It's like,
oh my gosh.
People listened.
I know.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Hi. Yes, you can book me. Talk to my agent. It's just me. I take off my glasses. Hi,
literally.
I'm Barbara.
I'm Barbara. Every time you call me on the phone, I have the urge. Well, I did it today. I answered. I was like, this is Havla Gillian's assistant.
And how would I know? Except for that I know your voice.
True. Okay, so yeah, we're in different spots. What's up?
Where are you?
Where are you?
And I'm so sorry.
That should be our theme song. It's come up in every episode.
Yes. Honestly, lock it away. Keep it for later.
Lock it away. We'll get the rights. We're coming for you.
Yeah, no, I'm in Kansas City. Where are you?
I'm in a place called Colorado.
Oh. Oh. In the mountains, question mark?
I am
near the mountain?
Literally near the mountains. I can see Pikes Peak from my house, which is crazy. The views here are absolutely wild. Mm-hmm. Literally everywhere I drive, I'm like, how is this people's everyday life? So yeah, I'm in Colorado Springs, and I'm living the best life.
That's crazy. Why are you out there?
I'm here. Okay.
Why are you out there?
Why are you out there? You're like, why'd you ditch me, bitch?
Why'd you leave me?
I'm here as just a little mini hiatus. I found a little seasonal job. One of my best friends lived here, so she was like, come live with me for the summer. And I said, bet. So, of course. I've just never like up and left like that, but I was desperately needing some change and time away. And I just said, what the hell, we're going for it. So here we are, living in Colorado with my bestie.
That's amazing.
We've started watching a K-drama. Have you ever seen K-dramas before?
Well, one, I'm Asian, so not K-drama, but J-drama, which is Japanese drama.
First of all, K-drama is different than even C-drama or a J-drama. Just because you're Asian, don't be racist.
No, don't get me canceled. Oh my gosh, Tommy, that's crazy. No. I'm just saying, familiar with the premise. Not saying that like I know all things K-drama. What's your K-drama about is what I was going to ask you.
Before I attacked you. Okay,
Before
so this
you just
K-drama.
came for my throat.
I literally did. Okay, so this K-drama is, oh my God, I feel like I'm blushing just talking about it. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. It's called Falling Into You. And wait, what'd you say?
Not her real time correcting you.
Falling Onto You.
Whoa. Risque. Falling onto you is crazy.
It's called, okay, start over. It's called Crash Landing on You.
Still almost as crazy as falling onto you.
And it's literally this premise that, okay, so North Korea is the one that's like crazy, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this South Korean like rich girl, long story short, goes paragliding. Suddenly, there's this huge tornado that whirls her across the border into no man's land of North Korea. Don't ask questions. Okay. And then this soldier man who's in like no man's land watching the land literally catches her. Beginning of love story. So we're on episode
very K-drama coded.
We're on episode 6, and when I tell you the amount of times I've gasped while watching this, I'm so invested. It's insane. Yeah, so I've really changed as a person. I'm watching K-dramas and making homemade kimchi.
I was going to ask, do you have any other obsessions? It sounds like you're Asian now, so that's great. Welcome.
I converted. Katie's worn off on me. I'm Asian now.
It's fine.
I made homemade kimchi with my roommates like day 2 of being here. We literally made 3 massive tubs, and I kid you not, I've eaten one just by myself, to the point where my roommate was like, I need you to slow down. You're going to give yourself digestion problems.
Yeah, you are. Candy. No.
It's so good.
I know, but like to go from none to all is like that will freak out your microbiome.
I already eat a lot of...
Doesn't matter. It's different bacteria.
I almost said dehydrated. That's not what I was looking for. No, what
Fermented.
is it? Fermented foods. At first, I thought it was giving me a rash, but it wasn't. So we're okay.
Did you figure out what was? You don't have to say. I mean, it's on the pod. No, we can talk about your rash. Like,
no, it's okay. It'll come up more often than not. I get rashes all the time. I'm just a rashy girl.
Me and my rashes.
It's just me and my rash traveling to Colorado. I think it might have literally been heat rash. I'm not.
No, that
positive.
Makes sense. Okay.
But it's not abnormal. I like get breakouts from food all the time because I'm a sensitive girly. I'm gluten-tarded and I can't have dairy or soy. And if it's in any of my food, then I'm done. So
it's true. I'm also gluten-tarded. Although I did have gluten on my mini trip a couple weeks ago and was just extremely gassy, but no migraine. So I'll take it.
What a gift. No migraine.
I know. How long's your trip? Ish.
As of now.
To be continued.
TBD. So as of now, I think I'm staying through the end of August.
Okay. I knew that was a possibility.
Yeah.
To our listeners, that's new news.
Yeah. So originally I was thinking I would come back like the first week of August, but part of me wants to stay for the beginning of fall because it's so beautiful and then go back.
True. And then you get here when it's actually pretty.
And I like skip the gross stuff still.
Yeah.
So I'd basically get like 2 falls. Oh my gosh, in July, I think it's July. There's like a mountain here that completely blossoms. It's literally like a whole mountain just covered in wildflowers.
Like
And she's
super
like-
bloom? Like a super bloom?
Sure.
Do you know? It's fine.
Like a super bloom? What is
like
that?
Like a super bloom?
Yes.
Yes, a super bloom. A super bloom, I think, is where a super bloom is when there's a lot of flowers on the side of a mountain and they all bloom at like one time, like
Dude,
more than usual.
I don't know why that got me. That sent me.
It's the glasses, I fear.
It's the glasses and like you on this little zoom camera.
Oh my god,
it's
a super bloom.
You like popped out like a little turtle. Like
It's a super bloom.
Just like so casually aggressive. So yes, it is a super bloom. Yeah.
Ish, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't even know if I gave you the correct definition, if we're being honest.
And then this weekend we're going to the sand dunes.
Ooh, fun.
These random sand dunes in the middle of Colorado, and we're gonna surf them. And that's just like life here, you know?
Outdoorsy.
Just surfing the sand dunes.
Surfing the sand dunes and going camping.
And going camping.
Camping.
Because I'm an outdoor
Enthusiast?
no. I'm a wilderness explorer now.
There it is. Yes, you
Mhm.
are.
Sponsor me, REI.
Ooh, sponsor us both.
Oh my god, how fun. Imagine us in the wilderness together.
That would be chaotic but fun.
It's true.
Well, here's the thing. I'm really good at like I can set up a tent really well. I can do the fire thing, the campfire thing, whatever.
Yeah, whatever
grew-
that is.
I grew up camping ish with my friends.
What's your life update?
Really busy, a lot of work, which thankful for. Although I had to turn one job down. Yeah, it's okay. They're really awesome people. Just, sometimes budgets don't align and that's okay. No
Yeah,
hard
that's fair.
feelings. I wish them the best. I'm doing a music bed type of thing, project with a couple people that's starting to work. So, I'll be mixing a couple songs a month for them. Yeah.
A music bed?
Yeah, so it's like music bed stuff is like royalty-free music you can use in like videos. The background music, transition music you put in videos.
Wow.
So, yeah. Music bed
That's
is
cool.
a company that does it. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
it's nice. Hopefully it will make me some money. Fingers crossed. What else? Oh, and then my contract gig starts soon.
Oh,
think-
nice.
I
Yeah.
think this weekend.
The teaching one?
Yeah, I was contracted out by a local church here to go and train some volunteers, some sound volunteers.
She's
So-
going to be teaching hip hop dance to some volunteers.
Definitely twerking, crumping. My
Some
favorite.
some heels action. Just
Yeah.
some worship.
Just yes, audio, teaching people how to use EQs, compressors, all of that stuff.
I forgot to mention that I was asked to help with a kid's horse camp. So the
You're
lady
my-
was,
Your Miley Cyrus summer.
I am literally Hannah Montana this summer, and
Oh my
I
gosh.
could poop my pants. She was like, okay, so I can either pay you or I could do like a trade off for private writing lessons. And I was like, 100% the writing lessons. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Those
So
are
I need to,
expensive.
like,
to get
yes.
those for free is a blessing.
Literally, yeah, I need more details to like know what age group and stuff. Literally so stoked.
That's amazing, honestly.
It's the best of both worlds.
Chill it out, take it slow.
Then you rock out the show. Anyways,
Mix it all
continue.
together, and you know that it's the best of both worlds. There you go.
Woo! That was the best performance ever.
My weird mix.
One of my Katie, ask me what my biggest regret in life is.
Okay. Havala. I need to know this. It's burning inside.
Yeah.
What is your biggest regret? Not me almost forgetting the question.
I'm so glad you asked. I think about this every day. Not
Every day?
Yes, literally every day. One of my biggest regrets in life, dare I say the biggest regret in my life, is not going to a Hannah Montana concert when I was 12.
Can I tell you a secret?
Please.
I went to the Best of Both Worlds tour.
Are you serious?
I am. I actually am. I went.
How old were you?
I think in high school.
That's awesome. I'm obsessed with that.
I loved Hannah Montana, even in high school. Not
As you
ashamed to
should.
say it. I wasn't going to go, though, because I was like, it's going to be a bunch of, like, teeny boppers and, like, babies.
Mm-hmm.
But bucket list band for me to go and see a concert for was Allie and AJ. I didn't know that they were opening, and they only opened in, like, a handful of cities on that tour. And Phoenix was one of them. So, check.
It was like the stars aligned for you.
They really did, and I didn't even know it until I got there. I didn't know who was opening for them until I got there, because I think it was supposed to be somebody else, but they got sick.
God really provides in mysterious ways, let me tell you.
He really does, but that tour was awesome, and I'm sorry that I got to live your biggest regret.
I literally had a friend at the time that offered to buy me and my bestie tickets for all of us to go. And at that point in time, I was like, too cool. I was like, no, I don't want to go to a Hannah Montana concert. I was like 11, and I was like, I'm too old for that. And now looking back, I'm
Not
like,
me in high school.
I'd literally go now. Like, if she had a comeback, first of all, she won't, because that was like a traumatic time for her. Understandable.
Yeah, she probably won't do that ever again. Oh, wait, no, actually, she was,
Don't play with me.
Okay, no. She was doing, I don't know, some kind of like intimate, like small show. She sang the Best of Both Worlds.
If she ever toured as Hannah Montana again, I would pay an absurd amount of money to go.
Miley, you should do it.
Because you know that stadium will be sold out by like 20-something, 30-something, 40-somethings that like have to relive.
Yeah, 100%.
So glad that I'm living my Hannah Montana summer this summer. Miley, if you hear this, we are one and the same.
And we can't wait for your reunion tour.
Yeah, please have a reunion tour that we're invited to.
Yes, please. For us. You know?
For us. We're famous now, if you haven't heard.
If you don't know us, who are you?
Who are you? And obviously we're handling the fame really humbly.
Hasn't gone to our head at all.
No, we have the smallest heads that's ever known to man. What's the opposite of a bobblehead? That's us.
The opposite of a pinhead? I don't know.
Do you have any more updates before we move on?
I'm working my tail off this summer. Was gonna have a fun trip that got postponed for now.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Yeah, so I still might try and have my own fun trip somewhere.
Girl, you should. Why not? Where would you go?
I'm trying to decide if I want to still do international or if I want to keep it local. Well, not local, but national.
She's
in
like, I'm just going to get a hotel downtown Kansas City.
Absolutely not. I'm getting the beep out of Kansas City.
Fair, and as you should.
Yeah. So.
As someone who's already done that, I would just let you know that it is very rewarding.
I just need you to know that
I just need you to know. Yeah.
And
as someone who's already done the hard thing, I just want you to know that it's actually not that hard. And actually, no, what's the right word? This morning, I had.
Okay. Anyway, this morning.
I can feel the Kansas City depression leaving my body, because this morning, this was my thought. Maybe I do have a bright future.
Okay, can I just say I've felt your depression that is leaving your body is entering mine. And I'm like,
no.
Oh my God. So like,
yeah, you need to take a trip.
I have been, yeah. And I think
or a massage.
I think one of my that trip getting postponed, that was the thing that I was super looking forward to. People who are wondering, it was a trip to Italy for a month-long vacation. The person who I was going to go with is having some health issues. They're fine, though. Just got to get some, follow-up stuff done. So it's postponed. R.I.P. Crying.
Yeah. You need to go somewhere else. Okay, well, we're going to jump in to a miniature hot seat section where we're just going to ask each other 3 unhinged questions. And just like last episode, mine aren't that unhinged. They're actually quite vanilla.
Mine are kind of unhinged. So
great.
I can't
love
wait
to hear it. Are you ready, Katie?
I'm ready.
Okay. If you woke up tomorrow morning and found out that your teeth were actually a government-issued tracking device, would you A, pull them out, or B, start feeding them false information?
First of all, honored that they would that they would choose me to replace all my teeth because they think that I have pertinent information to give to them.
Can I actually ask? I'm going to ask a secondary question to this.
Yes, of course.
Who are you that the government replaced all your teeth with tracking devices? Are you Jason Bourne? What did you do?
I guess that I'm TikTok, like really TikTok famous, and the Chinese algorithm really loves me, would be my guess. I feel like people, right?
What happened that did you just get knocked out and wake up one day and you're like, oh, I have dentures now? How would you not know?
Yeah, I feel like I would have gotten a lot of targeted ads for veneers. And I probably would have been like, let me get these veneers. I've got a coupon code. And I go and use my coupon code and get these like perfect, amazing teeth. And then I wake up and I discover it because I can hear weird chatter in my head.
It's like Lucille Ball.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, she could. Yeah, her like fillings would pick up radio frequencies.
And it was a real thing. They confirmed it. It was literally like spies and their radio frequencies that her teeth were picking up.
Yeah.
That's you.
That's me.
I'm just imagining you with no teeth.
Yeah. How did you know? You knew that I was going to pluck those out. But one by one and
my gosh,
slowly like plant them random places. Like, why has she been in this garbage can for 15 days?
Basically, you're throwing them off their tracks.
I'm putting them a bunch of different places, like a ball pit, and chuck a tooth in the ball pit.
Like a kid's ball pit? That's disgusting.
Yeah, but imagine the unhinged stuff they would hear.
That's true.
Like, children talk about all kinds of stuff.
Kind of concerning.
But they might get a lot of intel on a lot of parents because little kids have no filters.
So what I'm hearing from you is that you would actually pull out all your teeth.
Yeah, I would rock gums, I fear.
That's crazy. You could just eat noodles the rest of your life.
No, my uncle had no teeth. He fully ate a Big Mac with his gums.
I love burgers.
And he showed me how when I was little, so I think I'd be
how to eat food with your gums?
Yeah, he was like, okay, hey, put your lips over your teeth. So I ate a full cheeseburger like that when I was like
I feel
4.
like this is a good moment for me to move to the next question.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. Go ahead.
Okay.
What's your next question?
Would you rather be able to communicate solely through Broadway level song or only be understood when you're sobbing uncontrollably?
I don't like both of those things, and you know it.
You have to choose one.
Hot take, Broadway song.
No freaking way.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna get that response.
I would pay money to see you have to sing for an entire day.
No, I'm not gonna sob uncontrollably. Are you kidding?
Anytime someone asks you a question, you have to start sobbing for them to understand you.
No, let me sing. No, let me sing.
No, let me sing.
Yeah, I never said that I was opposed to singing in a Broadway musical. I just don't want to watch it.
Okay, first of all, get out. Literally, there's the door. Okay, last question.
Yeah. I think I just blew your mind a little bit, but
the third question is ba-da-dum-bum-bum. If you had to choose to eat food with your feet every day for the rest of your life, or only be able to communicate through sign language that's not actually a real language.
Oh, sign language, that's not a real language. I already use words that are not real in English.
They would like give you a sign interpreter who still wouldn't understand you.
I mean, I already go nonverbal, so
That's true. You would basically have to communicate through interpretive dance.
My gosh. It's funny you say that. You'll find out in a minute why.
What is your Roman Empire? Please spare no detail.
My Roman Empire is this podcast. It is always on my mind.
That is the lamest answer you could have.
I know. I'm so sorry.
We need to do a take 2. Think about it for 2 seconds.
Thanks. I don't know that I have a Roman Empire.
Wait, are you ready?
Okay. My Roman Empire, honestly, is back to Hannah Montana. You know I'm the man who has the cheese. I'm the man who has the jerky. We put them both together and do a really worky cheese jerky. Yeah, that
I
rap?
have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, well, you need to look it up. It's called cheese jerky. And yeah, it's
and it changed your life?
Yeah, it still pops into my head. I'll say 4 times a week.
That's how I feel about, not to make this all about me.
Yeah. It's fine. You'll have your moment, but whatever.
It makes me feel like that's your theme song. And my theme
cheese
song.
Jerky.
Yes. And my theme song and transition moments in my life when no one's talking, I start to sing la 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 la. La 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 la. I thought you were gonna join in with me.
Okay. Oh, I did think about it, but I didn't, because I want our listeners to guess those la-las. Where are they from? We're not going to tell you.
Ooh, yeah.
Because I want to see if people can guess. The people who know you will know.
Yeah.
But if they don't know, they're not going to know, because they're not what you
If
think.
you don't know, then you don't know, because if you didn't think, you won't have thought.
Exactly.
And I've always said that, actually.
And I stand on it.
And I literally stand on it. Most people assume that it's something else, which is like a good guess. I'm not even going to say. If you know, you know.
Yeah,
okay?
It is a good guess, but it's wrong.
But it's not. But if you've ever worked with me,
you know.
Then you know, because I'm singing it every other 5 minutes.
Yes. That is your Roman Empire. That really is.
That actually is my Roman Empire. Yes.
Yeah. I can't wait to ask you these questions.
I'm excited.
Number 1.
Sorry, I had a burp.
I love it. Imagine you wake up with the ability to make one inanimate object talk. What object do you choose? But be careful, because what's the most unhinged thing it confesses to you on the air? I want to add this stipulation.
Okay.
It would confess that it saw you do something.
Well, considering a majority of my life is embarrassing, you could select any object from my entire home and it would probably have a confession. I'm also talking to myself a majority of the time, so they hear a lot. First thought was my gua sha.
Amazing. What would it say?
Because I feel like it would have a very sarcastic and dry sense of humor.
Okay.
Like, technically, you're supposed to warm up the gua sha rock before you use it, but I never do. So I feel like if I, warmed it up, it'd be like, finally, what
time?
About time, bitch. I'm drying out over here.
Come on. You know you're supposed to do that. What are you doing?
Okay. Yeah. I feel like it would probably say something unhinged about my rosacea and why I have rosacea.
Oh, probably.
Because I never really washed my face, which I think shocks most people.
And that would be the unhinged confession, I fear.
Mm-hmm.
It would be like, you guys think she has great skin. This bitch never washes her face.
Literally just genetics. It's nothing that I've ever done.
You're talking to 2 rosacea girlies. Get us embarrassed, or angry or hot.
Literally any emotion. See. If I'm excited, if I'm sad, if I feel embarrassed, if you ask me a question. Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is a side note, but the other day someone asked me, they were like, what do you do back in Kansas City? And I literally said, I'm a professional dancer.
Okay, when people ask you what you do for a living, it's my favorite thing, because you always say professional dancer, which is true, she is, but she says it in such a way, you assume that she is a stripper.
I never know how to say it in a way that doesn't sound cocky or
just say it cocky, because then people won't assume
that
it's provocative.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I'm literally, the stutter was the worst though. I'm a Professional dancer.
Professional.
Immediately read. Why am I so
Oh my gosh.
awkward?
I love this one, and I want to tell you my answer afterwards, depending
Okay.
on yours too.
Okay.
If you could replace your voice with any sound effect for a day, what would you pick? And how would you handle it, like in a serious situation? Like you're like comforting a friend who's grieving.
Okay, so my first thought was a blowhorn.
Okay. A foghorn? Or like air horn. That's what
An air horn.
Air horn.
Okay.
I can't do that noise. Have you seen that? There's a TikToker who can like do a foghorn with her mouth. Her name is Christine Snaps. Look her up.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
she
just
can do
thinking
it.
like the really loud, like wah.
Yeah, but like you can.
Is that what that is?
I'm not gonna do it again. But like wah 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 wah.
Okay,
Like,
that's better.
Yeah,
I understand that.
That's what I was trying to do.
That's giving
It's
like
fine.
sports game.
Yeah, but still same thing.
Maybe I would just be silent. I'd be mute.
No, you can't. You're comforting them.
Wah 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 wah.
Yes. Yes, it would be Charlie Brown. It would turn into Charlie Brown, I fear.
100%.
Side note, mine would be the cussing bleep.
I'm obsessed with that, and that makes sense for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the last question?
I'm so ready.
I love this question for you. And back to interpretive dancing. It takes us back.
Oh my God.
If you were cursed, this is not a curse for you. This is a blessing.
A blessing.
If you were cursed to only communicate through interpretive dance for a week, what move would be your signature and how would you handle a heated argument with it?
Oh my God. Okay. My signature move, I've done this move before, but dare I say, I thought I was about to bust my knee off. But you know, what is that style?
Oh, the acrobatic stuff?
No, totally different page.
Oh, okay.
It's a type of hip hop where they like,
oh, pop and locking?
no, keep going. We're gonna find it. What is
Not
it
pop and
called?
locking. It's not crumping. I already
Voguing.
know.
Voguing.
Voguing. Oh,
Okay, but
OMG.
so it's a move that a lot of voguers do, but
Okay.
where they drop to the floor with one foot behind them and the other foot's like long in front of them. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
And then they just like jump right back up.
Yeah.
That would be my signature move, and I would do it literally all the time.
How would you use it in a heated argument?
I would be like, literally, what the heck? To prove my point, you're an idiot.
No, you can only communicate through interpretive dance. No words.
Oh, okay. So grief, I move in half tempo. I slowly move to the floor with a slight contraction. Okay. Anger, triple
Bam.
pirouette, bam to the floor, jump right back up, get in their face. This is a dance off.
I love it.
Get out of my way.
This is why I needed to ask you.
I mean business. Okay.
Okay.
Well, since we've asked our questions, we actually have a final question.
We do, and it's not from either one of us.
She wrote into Katie. It's fine. Katie has more fans. If you guys have any questions, feel free to write me.
Feel free to write Javi. Yeah, you can write us. You can also DM us at Delusionally Audacious or comment. We love giving unsolicited feedback.
We love giving advice
and opinions. Okay, question is, hey, Javi and Katie, I'm currently working as a barista where I make $7 an hour plus tip, but I have the opportunity to work an office job where I can make around $19 an hour with full health benefits. Eventually, though, I'm wanting to move out to be a songwriter, but right now I'm needing the financial stability. What should I do?
Oof. I would say 100% ditch that barista job. You might hate it for a bit, but it has benefits and better pay, and use those benefits while you have them.
Don't get bogged down in it's a 9-to-5. A lot of my 9-to-5s have actually helped fuel a lot of my creative dreams. Still songwrite. Don't let the fact that you're working this job take away from you investing in that too.
The reality of being a creative is that until you make it to that top percentage that actually can just perform full time, a majority of your career is going to be working a full-time job and then coming home and doing whatever art you do.
Yeah.
So having that full-time job, making an actual full-time check with benefits,
Yeah.
it's going to be exhausting, but it's so worth it. And getting into the muscle memory of like, okay, I'm going to work a full-time job and I'm going to immediately go home and create. Non-negotiable.
You can quit anytime.
You could be there for a year and then find a better opportunity and leave and go to the better opportunity. You just never know. If you have peace about this decision, I would say just go for it.
Work this job, hustle, save up. Girl, stock up that money, save it up, plot out your life, what you want to do, and go for it.
And that's a nice job that you could transition states with too.
Yes, these are skills that are applicable anywhere.
And even jobs that are less likely to fire people because they're always in need of help, which as like a barista, that's not a stable. From one barista to the other, it's not a stable income. They can cut you at any point, and they will. There's like a constant need for dental assistance. And that admin work is going to help you in the future manage your own company.
Yes, for sure.
Best of luck to our fan. I hope you find joy and happiness.
I hope you find joy and happiness and peace and financial security.
Also, last thing, if you're young, this is your time to just make a jump and try. Your early 20s is your time to try on every hat and figure out what type of job you actually want to have. Because who knows, like maybe you're passionate about writing music, but you could also find another job that you're legitimately passionate about. That's like a great side hustle for you. So you just never know.
Yeah, I agree. And this is something I wish I could have told my younger self is don't get so obsessed about the job because I've had so many jobs that one, helped me discover what I like, what I'm good at, what I'm not. Two, helped me realize kind of what I want to do and how to get there. I think when you're young, it's important to kind of walk through every door because you're discovering so much about yourself and who you are.
It's a time to get different tools to put in your tool belt.
Yeah.
There was a lot of career moves that I could have made in my early 20s that were like legitimate careers that I didn't because I want to perform, which is still true. I still do want to perform full time.
Yeah.
Like even one of them was like being a full-time dance teacher. I didn't pursue that because I wanted the flexibility to perform. And looking back, I should have like gotten legitimate qualifications, like gone to the Ailey school, an actual certificate to teach Horton, like different things like that I could have put in my tool belt that would literally make me more money now. What qualifications can I get that later in life are going to be an asset to me as a musician and as a songwriter that I can be doing while I have this full-time job, or
exactly
that your full-time job can help pay for, that you eventually could be making money in. Like teaching music. I remember my voice teacher at one point, she told me performers always just want to perform. And that's a very naive thought. She was like, performers are 50% performers and 50% teachers. Like, you will always be a teacher if you are a performer. So getting really comfortable teaching whatever art you have.
That's very true. Even as like a sound tech, you can't just only do one thing. Every person I know that like is also a mix engineer is also a producer, a front of house person. They teach classes. They're doing so many other things because I mean the music industry is ever changing.
Yeah.
Continued education.
Okay, well, last and final question for you, Katie.
Yeah.
Is what do you think living a delusionally audacious life looks like? What does that look like for you this week?
Doing things that make me uncomfortable, get me out of my comfort zone, and believing that no matter the outcome, I'm growing. Whether or not that looks like a win or a loss, but instead going forward with like the mindset of no matter what, win or lose, I'm growing. So it is a win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think leveling. I think
I love
living. I love leveling. I think living a delusionally audacious life for me looks like believing in my dreams. One hand, it's really nice having large ambitions.
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, it feels very unrealistic.
Why?
And I'm trying, well, I mean, it's like I'm from like a lower middle class family, not any financial provision to be in arts and entertainment, which takes a lot of money to be in. Look at Hollywood. Like the most successful people are people who are born into it. Like it's so rare.
That's true.
And even the people that they're like, they came from a poor family. I'm like, yeah, and they were cousins of so-and-so who's like a multi-billionaire. So it can feel very unrealistic of like, how am I actually going to make it in this world? However, I like feel it in my gut that I like need to do it. And I'm trying to get to the point where I believe in myself enough to accomplish it. And that's what being delusionally audacious for me looks like, is believing in myself.
Yeah, I mean, I think this week, being fully transparent, this week I like really struggled. I was like, oh my gosh, am I ever going to do it? Am I going to do the thing? Like, there are things that I am really putting hope into that are like, it's scary. I need this to work out.
Yeah.
It's only a struggle when I feel like I'm stagnating. I'm in that weird in between time, right? Where like I have jobs coming up. I had to say no to one job, which was a bummer. I'm in this ambiguous time where like I have things that could potentially make me money. I have one job, but it's not quite what I want to be doing, but it is in the right direction. And I'm just trying not to be discouraged.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? Focus on intentionally getting myself out of my comfort zone.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a really practical way to challenge yourself. And that's even why I moved to Colorado. I was like, I need a shock to my system to get out of old mental habits, like a cold plunge for my entire life. And so I picked up and moved. I could not break a few habits that I had.
Yeah.
It's easier to create new rhythms and habits.
Yeah, because it's a new environment.
Yeah. So I'm like already creating healthier habits that I like tried so hard to create back home. And it's so refreshing. But I totally understand. I think that's kind of the ebb and flow of being a big dreamer as well. Is some days you wake up and you're like, I'm doing this damn thing. And the next day you're like, am I going to die here? Well, we're back to my life motto. You limb. There's my speech impediment.
You limb some,
you lose most. Well, I'm proud of you, Katie. I'm proud of you for doing things that are outside of your comfort zone.
Thanks. I'm also, I'm proud of you.
Stop, really?
Yes. First of all, you moved to a whole new state. A lot of people wouldn't do that. A lot of people would be too scared.
I would say, obviously, I'm only a week and a half into living in a new place, and I've moved places before. If you're considering making a life change and you just don't know, I'm on the side that's like, just do it.
Yeah. Just do it.
Just do it. You can always navigate and remove and all of that. But
oh, guys, like 5 months ago just moved back from California, where I moved there for only 5 months and moved back just in time to meet Javi before she moved to Colorado.
It is crazy. This is a side note, and maybe we'll even edit this out. But
yeah,
it is crazy. My last job ended up being kind of a crappy job. However, I met so many key people while I was working there. And you were one of them. You were just like a regular that came into the coffee shop. We started chatting. Both of us were like, we want a podcast. And then we were like, what the heck? Let's just do it.
That's crazy. Like, that is crazy.
And it was literally, it just all came about because I said yes to a random job that I had peace about taking. If you're between multiple options, you don't know what to do, go wherever you have peace. You never know what's going to happen.
Never. This was not in my 2025 bingo card.
Not even slightly, but I'm so grateful that we just like took the jump and did it, because it's just so much fun.
Yeah, it is. It's been a lot of fun.
Okay, Katie, where can people find us?
You can find us if you search at Delusionally Audacious on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, TikTok.
Hey, yo. Whatever you're on, like and subscribe so that you get notifications.
Yes, please.
I will say our Instagram account is the most active.
Also, interact when you're watching our episode. If you have questions, comment.
If you love us, comment. If you love us, leave a review.
And if you love us, like and subscribe.
And if you don't, then don't. But we know who you are.
Yeah. Literally, I see it.
Literally, we see you, and we know that you hate us. Okay, how should we say bye this time? Bye, losers.
Bye, losers. It's been
fun.
Love you.
I hope you chase your dreams. Okay, bye.
Bye.
How do I end this thing?
Click end.